So in today's video, we're going to be working on this engine. This is the Mehano 260 Camelback. So this engine, it runs perfectly fine, but it does need a little bit of general maintenance. The motor's becoming a bit noisier than when it was, or than it used to be, but it still runs perfectly fine, and it's in very good shape. Just going to be doing some general maintenance on it. It's a very nice looking engine. It's not the most detailed. It's got a lot of molded details on the cab, like handrails and that kind of thing, but there's no interior and everything. It's not super detailed. It's only got like a 3-pole motor in it. It's not like Broadway limited quality and that kind of thing, but it is very good for what it cost. This thing was like 40 bucks, pretty much brand new, and it's got the really nice couplers on the back that can couple to either horn hook or knuckle couplers. I really like these. I wish all the freight car, or everything came with them, really. All the engines, at least. I've only got this engine, and one of the Varney engines has them. So that's really nice that you can connect more than one style of freight car to it. But on the engine, we're just going to take off some of the screws on the bottom. It's just got 3 Phillips head screws, it looks like. I don't think this thing has ever been apart, or at least since we've owned it. I haven't ever taken it apart, so this is going to be kind of a learning experience, since I've never had this thing apart. The screws are really easy to take out, though, gotta say. Except for this one. But that one's for the front truck. So that comes off, and then I think this bottom plate should just come off that hold the wheels. Yeah. So it looks like just one middle, or the middle axle is driven, and yeah, I think we might be able to get the top off too. I think there's 2 screws here for the cab at least. So we'll see about that, if that does anything really. Which, I think there's more screws than that to actually get the top off, so I'm going to see. So here, as you can see, it was just one more screw to get the top off. Just the one on the front that holds the front truck up. But as you can see, the inside is just the plastic gear there. It's got 2 gears reduced down, so just a regular 3-pole motor here. So we're going to oil it and everything. If I can find my bottle of oil, I'll be right back. The bottle of oil has been located, and I've got it right here. So I mean, these motors, they're not the strongest motors, but they actually run really nicely. There's never really been an issue with this one for running or anything. Just performance is very good on this thing. If I can get it oiled. So then I would just put a little bit of grease on the gears just to make sure, because this engine, who knows how old it is. It's a IHC branded one, but it says Mehano on the bottom, so that's just what I call it. And I'm not sure when exactly these came out, maybe 20 years ago, I'd say. So who knows how much has been run since then and everything. I'm not sure if this one has a smoke unit either. I'm going to have to look at it and see. Alright, so we got it all put back together, and I checked, there is no smoke unit in it. It's just a straight shot through the funnel into where the screw goes, and there's nothing in the boiler. It's just the weight. It's a very heavy shell, though. The weight that's in it must be huge, because the shell is what takes up most of the weight, and it's quite a heavy engine for having a 3-pole motor and everything. But we're going to see if it actually, all that stuff that we did to it, we didn't do too much, but see if that actually did anything. Make the coupler straight now. And it's a nice runner. This is the engine that I use for Connor in my Legend of the Rails series. But forward's still a little bit noisy, but not bad. It's better in reverse. Probably because we don't run it in reverse as often, but as you can see, seems to be running fine. Yeah, it's definitely quieter in reverse. And it's pretty quick. Nice and smooth runner. Pretty good slow speed. At least for an engine that don't have very many engines that can do a good slow speed. But I don't really care about slow speed. I just really care about if they run smooth, and that's what this one actually does. This one's a nice smooth runner. And we can back it up to that train that I've got over there. Just a bunch of old style box cars and a couple of, what are they called? There's one flat car and one tank car on there. But the coupler is a little bit high up, but if you just couple it like that, it works perfectly fine. So let's see. I think I have it going the right direction. Yeah. And it's strange with this engine. Even with the weight, sometimes it struggles to pull trains just because of the wheels just don't have enough traction, I think, on a few of the areas. If the train gets too long, it just wheel slips the entire time. But as you can see, it's pulling this train. This is probably about the limit of what I would pull with that engine, just because of the motor. It's not the biggest motor in that thing. So I say that's going to be it for this video. This thing actually is a nice looking engine. I'm really happy how it turned out. And that it's been such a good engine. It's one that we run it a lot, and it's been perfectly reliable. Never had any issues with it. So I'm very happy with it. But I think that's going to be the end of this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.